I mean, I just wish Lonnie would tell the truth. But
OMG, Jaguar Wright did not come to play, y'all. And this time, she's out here exposing how all the relationships Common has been in have just been beards. Well, guess who is not happy about Jaguar running her mouth about Common? His boo-boo, Miss Jennifer Hudson. But is there any truth to what Jag has been saying about Common in the last couple of days? And is Common or JHud going to take legal action against Jaguar for the things she said? Okay, we all know that Common has dated some pretty amazing women, from Serena Williams, Taraji P. Henson, Tiffany Haddish, Erykah Badu, Kim Jones, Ava DuVernay, Simone Bozeman, and Angela Rye. And while many of these women have basically had nice things to say about Common, one ex who has said that Common is not the settling type is Tiffany.
He might be the type of person that never really settles with somebody. Maybe he's like a, he's like a bee going from flower to flower to flower.
Baby, Tiffany didn't say nothing, cause if there's another ex who has been dragging Common through the mud, it's Jaguar Wright. First of all, do y'all remember when Jaguar made very disturbing claims about Common trying to take advantage of her?
The next thing I wake up this morning, I feel something poking in my face and right? And it's just poking in my face, and I'm like, and I open my mouth, this nigga trying to stick his dick in my mouth while I'm asleep. Lonnie, Lynn, Rashid, Common, whatever the fuck you want to call yourself. That's why I stopped. Because if you gonna try to stick your dick in my mouth while I'm asleep, there ain't nothing you won't do.
According to Jag, that was just one of the things that made her say that Common is toxic, and this perception of him being a nice guy is fake. However, as far as Common was concerned, Jaguar lied about what happened, and he even suggested that she has a mental issue and needs help.
God bless Jaguar. I really don't have any negative thoughts towards her. I was for surely disappointed and hurt when she said what she said about me, because it wasn't true. And I know people that have experienced, and that's not anything to just say if it's not true. But I also just understand that she may be going through some things that I don't understand. So in all truth, I went through different emotions. I was like, man, why is she saying this? This is not true. Why? How is this going to affect me?
Now, in one of Jaguar's recent interviews, Common came up again when Jaguar was answering questions about people, saying she makes a living from trashing other celebrities and that she's just a salty person trying to make it by whichever means possible. Well, she said that she has worked hard to get where she is and to do what she had to make tough decisions, like breaking up with Common to avoid her success being tied to him.
you got the girls like me who try to date carefully and smart, but don't date too much, because they're all going to say that you only got on because of him, which is why I broke it off with Common, because I was about to get my shot and I didn't want anybody giving him credit for my work.
In addition, according to Jaguar, it was difficult for someone else to slide in after Common, who was super toxic, and she just wishes that people would know the real truth about Common. She specifically said that he doesn't love black women because all he does is use them, and he is always clout chasing at the expense of the women. And the reason why he is always so comfortable doing this is because he doesn't even like women like that. Honey, Jag even name dropped and said that Common would rather spend time with John Legend, who she also said is on the DL. Ciao.
Why can't anybody just be honest? They're waiting for Chrissy Teigen to get plastic surgery and end up Jackie O so that they can be roommates and make musicals together. Let's just be real.
Okay.
He'd rather spend time with John Legend than any of these bitches.
In fact, according to Jaguar, all the women Common has dated are always saying that he's a nice guy, but none of them ever talks about their intimacy because they know how he wrote.
Think about it. All of the celebrity tale, you ain't never heard one of these talk about how dope he was in bed.
Baby, one thing Jaguar has not lied about is how Common has moved from what Tiffany Haddish called flower to flower. I mean, Common even admitted that before he started therapy, he would always walk out of a relationship as soon as things started getting serious.
I care for the person, but when things got tough and it's time to work through stuff, I wasn't willing to work through it.
According to Common, he couldn't keep a woman because he only loved the feeling of being in love, but not the commitment that comes with it. And so he jumped when things started getting serious.
The pattern I found myself in, and what was called love addiction, who my therapist broke it down, was like that feeling of being like, oh, I'm in love, and this that honeymoon period that people call it. I was addicted to that feeling.
Well, Common did say that he went through therapy and said in another interview that he could now be the marrying type.
Are you the marrying type? Do you think this one could be the one?
We're going there.
I like that in you. I like that.
You're different.
Yeah.
You just said it. You're like, I'm a different guy now.
Listen, I feel like I have grown, and the work that I've done on myself has allowed me to see that I am a marrying type. I am the type that I'm capable. I had a capacity, and I, at some point in my life, I may want to do that. Just I would know when the right time is, and I think for me, everything is divine. Like I work from that discernment that God speaks. When He speaks into your stomach, and you feel it in your heart and your spirit. So when I would feel that, I would communicate with that person, and if she's feeling that, then that would be
why
that.
not?
Then why not? Yeah.
As a matter of fact, Common did reveal that if he is to settle down anytime soon, Jennifer Hudson is the one.
I say, speaking of Chicago, she's a Chicagoan, this amazing human being. I've always been inspired by her. She's one of the most beautiful people I ever met on the planet. Incredible heart. And she's just dope, man.
However, if you ask Jag, all this is talk just to cover up the fact that Common is on the DL. And it's not like she's the only one saying it, by the way. These rumors have been around for a while now. Some even say that it may have stemmed from the fact that a male family friend took advantage of Common when he was 9 or 10 years old during a sleepover at a friend's home. Something that Common himself has been pretty open about.
I'm telling what I feel and what, the experiences I've had and ways that I've dealt with it. And I want people to know it's a safe place to be able to talk about things you go through.
See, when Common released his memoir, Let Love Have the Last Word, he recalled how a man named Brandon told him to pull down his pants before writing. Thinking back, I should have gotten up from the bed and ran out of the room, but I felt a deep and sudden shame for what happened and for what he kept trying to make happen, as I had brought it all on myself. Obviously, that was a very traumatic experience, and to a lot of people, it may have contributed to how Common has been dealing with women. Well, JHud is standing by her man amidst everything Jaguar has said about him, with sources even revealing that if Jaguar doesn't stop with the allegations, she's going to help Common take legal action. However, we've also had sources saying that even though Jen has been saying that Common is an amazing man and that she's standing by him, she has whatever Jag has said at the back of her mind, and she's cautious not to get into another toxic relationship. Reportedly, Jennifer was adamant she would never marry after her toxic relationship with David Otunga, and she reportedly still believes that marriage isn't in the cards for her. She is apparently still scared to commit and vowed not to marry anyone or rush into a hasty relationship after the one with David. In addition, even though Common came into her life and swept her off her feet, JHud is worried about Common's past with so many famous women and is pulling away from making a hasty decision. A source even revealed that Common has tried reassuring Jen that he's in it for the long run, but Jen is still adamant, saying Common tells Jen despite his past with so many famous women, he's in the relationship for keeps. But Jen felt that way when she was engaged for 9 years, and she doesn't want to end up with a broken marriage and be back at square one. I don't know, guys. Do you think she's just saving face given all the public information we already know about Common? And what are your thoughts on Jaguar saying that Common is on the DL? Is this something that JHud has probably already seen? Do you even see this relationship going all the way? Sound off in the comment section below.